with mattresses, you think, I'm going to sleep, I'm waking up, I wash my sheets, what's the harm? It's the cumulative effect of every night breathing those chemicals, having your skin soak up those chemicals. At night is when our body is detoxing, our body is trying to recover from the day. And it's if you're on those mattresses with those chemicals in them, like it's counterintuitive.
Tim, welcome to Wellness Wisdom.
Thank you for having me, Josh.
It's been a really interesting road for us to get here. You know, the time on Earth right now is about honoring Earth. And by the time that our audience is absorbing this wisdom, we're all going to be focused more on how can we actually tangibly, practically serve the Earth? How do we give back to the Earth? And also at the same time, give ourselves better health. So I can't think of a better conversation than we spend so much of our lives sleeping. What are we sleeping on? What's the bed that we're sleeping on, and how does that impact our health? So just on a high level view, don't go too deep. We'll get into the nooks and crannies of organic mattresses and certifications, and honestly, a lot of things that I didn't know before I talked to you about how to safely sleep on a mattress. But if people don't know you, Tim, just give us a quick nutshell of who you are and how you serve in the world right now.
Well, thank you for having me. And my name is Tim Masters from mygreenmattress.com. And I am a mattress maker. And in 2007, my wife and I, we launched a product line of fully organic, all natural, full-on mattresses for the family.
And My Green Mattress is something that you have been doing mattresses for 27 plus years. I mean, that's anything over 10 years is mastery, and your last name is Masters. So I got to connect the dots there. For people that don't know anything about the mattress industry, for 27 years ago, 30 years ago, was that challenging to get into? Was that a total white space? What did the industry look like 30 years ago, mattresses?
Our company's evolved, and I started as a mattress maker, as an apprentice in a local mattress factory, as a teenager. And I loved my job from day one. But as time went on, I eventually acquired the company, and then we started a fully organic line of mattresses, like I say, in 2007. And that was due to my daughter, Emily, who was born in 2006, who had so many sensitivities and allergies. And so we decided, my wife had asked me to make an organic crib mattress. And so I did. I would make organic mattresses, onesie twosies, through the 1990s and 2000s, early 2000s. But we made that organic crib mattress for our daughter. And we're like, we're not the only family with chemical sensitivities. So we developed a beautiful product line that covers from baby to child to adults, moms and dads.
And she's one of five, right? You're a dad of five?
Yes. Emily is our second daughter. And so yeah, that's what spurred the whole My Green Mattress.
I can attest to this because I'm a parent, but for people that are, maybe doing work on themselves to parent the child inside of themselves, or they have children that they're in care for, when I look at the industry, the entire furniture and mattress industry, you really woke me up. So you really woke me up to some things that I had no idea existed. And obviously today we're going to give people some tangible solutions on how they can serve the earth, serve their own health. And I really want people to perk up and share this right now if you yourself are going through skin issues. So eczema, maybe even some autoimmune disorders, anything that's related to breathing in petrochemicals, which we're going to explore. But for people that don't know, let's just start with maybe what your second daughter was going through. She had eczema. She had some other allergies too, right? She had a wheat allergy, and she was very sensitive. And that's okay, because a lot of people are born with sensitivities to foods and substances. Can you unpack that a little bit more emotionally? What were you going through when you took it upon yourself to start doing the research and the building of organic mattresses?
Sure. It's when Emily was born, as our second daughter, and I felt so bad for her. She just seemed so sensitive to this world, and still, to the most part, is like she can't have peanuts, she can't have gluten, or there's so many dairy. She's just very sensitive to anything that she takes in or even comes in contact with. So as a mom and dad, my wife is like, what can we do for this child? You could tell that she was suffering, and a mouth breather and not breathing through her nose, and like, what can we do to help her with her respiratory, with her skin? And that's what my wife had said, make an organic rib mattress for her so that she's at least not sleeping on something that could be irritating her. So I was more than happy to source the materials and build a crib mattress for her.
She's happy, healthy now. Everything's good.
Oh, for the most part, she still can't eat peanuts, but she's great.
Right. Well, I think about sustaining health and when we're children, we're so, I guess it almost brings me the visualization of a rose. When we're young, especially, ages conception through 7, our immune system, our nervous system, it's adapting in real time. So if we're around a lot of petrochemicals, and I want to go over some of the things that are found in traditional mattresses. This isn't to scare you guys. I'm not here to create conspiracy or scare you. This is coming from a man who's been 3 decades plus in an industry where he has deep knowledge, and I just simply didn't know it until you told me. And honestly, I'm going to be real with you. When I got off our call to prepare for this interview, I was upset. I thought about, well, what is my son sleeping on? What is my family sleeping on? I never made the connection. So let's start here with letting go of the anger of it and just focused on the solution. What are some of the, let's say, 1 to 3 chemicals that are in traditional mattresses that dishonor the earth, essentially, and also dishonor our health? Let's start there.
I'm going to start with, I think the fire retardants. I'm a huge, I do not like the fire retardants that are in mattresses today. The polyurethane for the foam, it's petroleum basically. And we had talked before,
oil.
but it is.
You're
and if you've
sleeping
ever
on
seen,
oil.
yes, if you've ever seen an old piece of foam turn yellow, why it's turning yellow or brown, it's going back to its original color, which is petroleum. It's always off-gassing. You're always, it's not good. So the petroleums that are in mattresses, the fire retardants that are in mattresses, those are the two big ones that people don't realize. Like, well, it's a mattress, I'm going to sleep on it. But that what you're sleeping on, your skin is your largest organ. And when everybody perspires about a liter of fluid a night, your skin, your pores open up. You're not only perspiring, but you're also soaking up what's around you, which is not good because it's between the fire retardants, the petroleum, the off-gassing, the fumes. I don't know if anybody's ever gotten a bed in a box or like a new mattress and they're like, ooh, that thing really smells. Those fumes are not good.
And they continue, right? There's a certain term for this when something has a period of off-gassing. What is that? I've heard that before.
Yep. It's as a mattress off-gasses, it's like you kind of put me on the spot there. I can't think of it right now.
That's okay. We'll link it in the show notes, but it is a period. Okay. I think it's VOCs, right? The term is a VOC, and it's how long the mattress off-gasses and the degree that it off-gasses. Yes, VOC?
Yes. And the VOCs that a mattress emits, it's much higher. They do decrease as time goes on. But the initial, and what it is the oil evaporating. It is the petroleum drying out. It's drying out. So it fumes and off gases, and those VOCs are what you're breathing in, is what's, on your body, on your pajamas, on your sheets. Definitely not good.
You seem like a very even keel, emotionally balanced man. I'm curious, like when you first found out about really the darkness, and especially with RJ Reynolds that we're about to talk about, and the petroleum chemicals that were in these mattresses, did you get upset? Did you get angry? Was that part of your motivation to create My Green Mattress?
Yes. And to tell you the truth, I was pretty naive as a mattress maker. Like I went along through the 1990s and early 2000s. Nope, this is how mattresses are made. And I had noticed, like, in our original mattress factory, we're a local neighborhood mattress factory. And when we would build mattresses, like we would use, spring systems and foam, like traditional polyurethane foams, and they would come packaged in clear plastic, and you'd open up the plastic bags around the bales of foam. And I'd always turn my head back like, oh, that smells so bad. It's like you open a can of paint.
Yeah.
And I take put the foam layers on, put the cotton layers on and build the mattress and not think much of it. But then in 2006, the government had announced that we have to add new fire retardant chemicals to all mattresses and pass a new fire testing test, which is a burn test called 1633. And in this test, it's an open flame test. What you have to pass now is they basically take like a bunch of Bunsen burner or a torch to the top of the mattress and on the side of the mattress. The torch goes for 30 seconds. They pull the torches away. The mattress basically has to extinguish itself within a 30-minute period. It can only release so many joules of heat in the 30-minute period. So it can have a slow smolder, but it just can't be rapid. The trouble with that is the test prior to the 1633 was 1632, which was a cigarette test. And you have to put 39 lit cigarettes on a mattress.
Oh.
And they're 39 cigarettes. And they're government issued because they don't have the fire retardants in the cigarettes that they keep burning. They don't want the cigarette to extinguish. And you have to put them in strategic places. And that was put in like the 1930s. The mattresses had to pass that cigarette test, which seems pretty fair to me. You know what I mean? If you're smoking a whole pack at one time and you drop them, you got other problems.
Because typically it was just, I assume, and maybe you can share why, the government stepped in, regulation stepped in and said, well, if a parent is smoking and they put the cigarette on the mattress, we want to make sure it doesn't burn their house down. Was that their thinking?
Yes, exactly. And it's, because smoking was so commonplace back in the day.
Yeah.
And it's so, even today, we have to pass the 1632, which is the 39 lit cigarette test, and the 1633, which is the open flammability testing. So in order to pass the new testing, the 1633 open flammability, they introduced new chemicals, new fire barriers. You have to put these under the fabric, and this is going to keep any petroleums, any polyurethanes from igniting.
Any oil.
Yes.
Any oil, aka gasoline, that we're sleeping on and breathing in from igniting, which will lead later in the conversation. We'll talk about why you shouldn't sleep on oil. We'll talk about that. But continue.
Yeah. So they bring this up, and it's like, you have to put these chemicals in to pass this new fire testing, which is like, you raise not one eyebrow, but maybe two eyebrows on this one. Like, what's this all about? But when you really start to look at the flammability and like what is that's a fire barrier? So we started digging a little bit deeper, my wife and I, and what is it that we're actually putting in these mattresses to be compliant with this new flammability testing. And it turns out that the chemicals that are in mattresses today are not just thought to be, but are actually proven to be cancer causing. The chemicals that they put in to stop the burn or the open flame are the same chemicals used in cigarettes to, like a modern cigarette, my understanding, if you don't keep puffing on it, will extinguish itself, puts itself out just for, again, flammability reasons, I guess. And it's also my understanding that when this first started, that R.J. Reynolds, who is one of the largest cigarette tobacco producers in the country, possibly the world, I'm not sure. But R.J. Reynolds sold most of these chemicals to the bedding and furniture industry to put in this fire barrier blanket of sorts, like that you have to put under the fabric of the mattress. And just that alone, it's like, all right, this isn't right.
Yeah. Would you say, Tim, that it's logical to connect the dots between the 2006-2007 government mandate for the fire retardant, the lobbying of R.J. Reynolds in Washington, creating this probably multi-million, maybe 9-figure leading to 10-figure business for them. I mean, since 2007 here, so we're pushing almost 20 years of this fire retardant being literally mandated to be on every piece of mattress for sure, and then also some furniture. So is this really about money? That's what comes up for me. You know, the lobbying in Congress, the money, the deal with RJ Reynolds, this seems like an open book. There's no conspiracy. It's there for people to see.
Well, they always say follow the money. You know, when a new law or new something comes in, follow the money. Like who profits from this? And it does feel that way, that it's like, why would you put these chemicals in? Like what's the advantage here? If a mattress won't ignite with 39 lit cigarettes on it,
Yes.
I think I'm pretty happy with that. Do I need an open flame testing with 30 seconds of a torch on two sides of the mattress burning? By that time, I think my sheets are ignited, my pajamas are going, my pillow is probably up in smoke. I don't get it, and I still don't. I can't wrap my head around it.
It's prevention being worse than the actual act that would harm you. That's really what this feels like to me. And it brings up a term that we've talked about before. I'm curious if you've heard this. It's called allostatic load. It's this cumulative burden of chronic stress and life events. And chronic stress could be emotional and also environmental. So it could be the type of mattress for sure that we're sleeping on. All here in the podcast studio, some of the things that I have, they're off-gassing. So some people might think, oh, well, it's just a mattress. Well, it's just a couch. It's just a rug. It's just clothes. But you start saying it's just enough times, and you start to increase that allostatic load. What do you know about people with compromised immune systems? How does getting rid of as much of the petroleum chemical-based mattresses and furniture help them? And do you have any potential customers that have written in and said, hey, my son, my daughter, myself, we have a compromised immune system. Changing to an organic mattress was the right path for us. Can you comment on that?
I hear it all the time, and it's everything's accumulative, and it's like, okay, you go through a drive-through, you eat a fast food meal for lunch every now and then, fine. You're doing that every day. Before you know it, you're in really bad shape.
Yeah, not fine.
It's same thing with everything that we do, and it's with mattresses. You think, it's I'm going to sleep, I'm waking up, I wash my sheets. What's the harm? It's the accumulative effect of every night breathing those chemicals, having your skin soak up those chemicals. Yeah. At night is when our body's detoxing. Our body is trying to recover from the day. And it's, if you're on those mattresses with those chemicals in them, like it's counterintuitive, like to try to live healthy all day, go to sleep on one of those things.
It blew me away when I was researching for our conversation. A third of our life is spent sleeping. Like, y'all just hold on to that for a minute. A third of our life is spent sleeping. So you can't, there's really, with that fact, and this is an objective truth. This isn't my subjective truth. Objectively, we all tend to sleep about a third of our life. And so if that's true, how could anyone say that breathing in petroleum chemicals for a third of your life would not potentially cause cancer, disease, and increased allostatic load?
Yeah, it seems like a no-brainer. And it's even in our local showroom, if you get a local customer that comes in and you talk about like no fire retardants or no chemicals in these mattresses, some of the customers look at me like I have three eyes. But once you explain it, it's, what we use for fire barrier in our certified organic mattresses is certified organic wool, certified organic cotton. Wool is our fire barrier. And years ago, firemen's coats were made out of wool because it doesn't ignite. Wool breathes. There's so many advantages to it. It breathes so much better. And it literally doesn't cost that much more than a chemically treated fire barrier. And it's like, why wouldn't everybody do this? It's, I don't get it. I scratch my head sometimes thinking, why wouldn't everybody just make a bed that's healthy?
If you had to guess, why do you think the average human being doesn't choose the organic mattress? Is it because they simply don't know? Is it an excuse of money? Like what really is it? Is it marketing and media from the major petroleum-based mattresses?
Well, truth be known is that like a traditional like memory foam type mattress, they do have a feel that a certified organic mattress has a hard time getting to. like to be super pressure relieving, like where the gel foams or memory foams, you push in on them and it's like your fingers go in like butter. And it's like certified organic latex, which is, we'll get into that in a little bit, but you can get that in a very soft feel, but not quite the memory foam type feel. It's not real public about what's in these mattresses, what the off-gassing does, and the health benefits of sleeping on something without the fire retardants, without the polyurethane. It's really not mainstream right now.
Yeah.
I hope that'll change one day.
Well, we're doing it right here. I mean, that's what grassroots media is all about. So this organic rubber, this is interesting. It's actually sap from a rubber tree. So I think it's Dunlop that makes the certified organic latex, right? It's from a tree. I mean, you're basically you're sleeping on a tree that makes latex.
So when you mention latex, a lot of people are like, "Whoa, I have a latex allergy." Well, if you can eat a banana, if you can eat a kiwi and have no reaction to that, it has the same proteins, the organic latex. It's not similar at all to like a latex glove or latex bandage. Those are, they're blended with other chemicals to make those gloves, to make the bandages. But when you have a certified organic latex, it's literally the sap from a rubber tree. And then it's beautiful stuff. Like it's so durable, it's so comfortable, it's so breathable. It goes back to the earth. The carbon footprint is next to nothing using the organic latex. I love it. It's great stuff.
And this is because, to circumvent maybe somebody that's saying, oh, I need that like memory foam feeling. I need that cushy foam feeling. You can get a topper. You can get mattress toppers, sleep on an organic topper with an organic mattress, and you can get just the same, if not better, feel for your body.
And once you get used to it, because some people are coming from a memory foam bed, and I'll tell you this, like over the years, back in the 1990s, people were coming off of water beds. I had a hard time fitting them because they're so used to that feel, that pressure relieving from a water bed.
Those were popular in the 70s, remember? The water beds.
God, everybody had,
I mean, I wasn't alive yet, but I saw them and I'm like, oh my God, they'd be in like hotels. I think it was even that scene with Dumb and Dumber, but water beds, where did that come from? People sleeping on water.
Everybody loved it, and but they were so pressure relieving. So like putting them on a traditional mattress was a shock to their bodies. So they weren't real comfortable for the first, 4 or 6 weeks. But once you get used to a traditional bed, it's no trouble. But the same thing, like if you're coming from like a memory foam bed, if you go to an organic latex mattress, an organic hybrid mattress, it's a bit of a learning curve for your body. But once you get used to it, they're beautiful. They're so nice and so pressure relieving. It's once your body gets used to it, it's just training yourself or just going through that little bit of rough period for the first month or so.
You had me do something really interesting. You had me stand up and you're like, let me look at your body. And just from the way I stood, you were like, you're a side sleeper. And I'm thinking, what does this guy have a crystal ball? Is he involved in the esoteric arts? Like, what's the deal with this? Like, so do you consider yourself to be a healer?
It's funny because I love this job. I love helping people. Like I'm so proud of our work, like the mattresses that we build. I love them. And I'm always scratching my head. What's better? What's better? I just want to make the best for people. And it's like, but I look at people and I know what they need. I can tell by your physique, by the way that a person carries himself. Every time a person comes in the showroom and I see them, I know what bed's for them. And it's just by the way they carry themselves. And I can tell a side sleeper from a back sleeper from a stomach sleeper. And it's years ago, bear with me for a minute, but a long time ago, back in the 1990s, I was working in the showroom and I'm in my mid 20s and this old lady walks in. It's in the winter. She's got this dark coat on. She's got a babushka. She's got a cane. And I'm showing her mattresses. And she shuffles over to me and she's like, let me see your hands. And I stick my hands out. And she's holding, she's rubbing my hands. And she's got her eyes closed. And she goes, you have green aura. She's like, I go, do I need to see a doctor about this? And she goes, no, you have healing powers. She goes, you should be a paramedic. You should be an EMT. I'm like, no, I want to heal people with mattresses. I'm like, I want to help you. And and I've learned over the time too, like years ago, commercials and advertising were out, get a good firm mattress, put a board between your mattress and box spring. So when we get these old people coming in the showroom, I need a firm mattress. Well, I used to build them a firm mattress, and 2 weeks later they come back with their hat in their hand. Can you make it softer? My legs are going numb. My arms are going numb. And then I got to thinking, no, I got to build mattresses that fit the people, not just what fills a build spec. You got to fit the people. And I love our product line. Like we really have this tuned in to where it's like, nope, this is the best for that person.
I think I saw some data. I could be wrong on the number. Maybe it's like somewhere between 30 to 50 million mattresses every single year in the United States are simply just thrown away. You know where they go?
Yeah.
They go deep in the belly of earth. They go into some landfill somewhere. That's sad. It's funny.
Yeah.
I last night I spent the night about 2.5 hours outside of Austin, and I was at my buddy's land, and we were thinking about doing a men's group trip there. And he's like, oh, this is our landfill area. And there was like cars and a couch and mattress. And he said that in a psychedelic journey he was in, he said that he was told to clean up the land because the earth wanted him to clean up the land. It was basically dishonoring the earth, right? All this trash and mattresses. A lot of those chemicals in couches and mattresses that are oil-based, it's almost like it would take millions of years for them to decompose and go back into the earth. So, most people don't know, like 80%, somewhere between 70 to 80% of mattresses can be recycled. They can be recycled, right? I think it's, I have a note here, goingzerowaste.com is one way to stay out of the landfill, but also you could just get a mattress that lasts 20 years. Your mattresses that you sell, because they're made from trees and made from organic materials in Pakistan and all this, they just simply last longer. They last longer than petroleum-based beds. So it might seem like people are saving money by getting a 5-year bed or a 7-year bed that's made from oil, but your mattresses will last double, triple the time. Can you comment on that?
I can. And I know this firsthand from when I was a kid working at the mattress factory. I was a delivery kid, and I'd help make the mattresses, and we'd go deliver them. And but I would see how I would see everybody's old mattress, and there were latex mattresses. Like there's a company, Sears, Roebuck and Company, Sears, and they made latex mattresses. They made tens of thousands of them in the 1950s, and they used to sew the year that they were made right into like the cover. It was pretty neat, like 1954. But every time we would carry out someone's old latex mattress, it was the same thing from the little old people. They would always say, that was our favorite mattress. And it'd be 40 years old. I was like, good Lord, this thing lasted so long. And but those are all the Dunlop latex mattresses made. It's been around since the 1930s, the Dunlop latex, and they're just so durable. So it really is one way to reduce footprint, because you're not throwing a product away every 5 or 10 years. I think one company's advertising every 8 years you need to replace your bed. That is way too soon. It's make this bed last. It's build something that the people can hold on for a couple decades. And it's and that's really going to reduce a whole lot of mattresses in landfills. If you build something of quality that lasts a long time, you're not going to have that turnover and fill up those holes in the ground.
Wow. I mean, this is why I love the art of the interview, because I learn about things in this world that I just simply didn't know. Not only did I not know, I didn't know. It was like a total blind spot. I just assumed that, these mattresses were safe to sleep on, but one could be like, well, don't ever assume. You make an ass out of you and me. So I'm in this place. By the way, if you guys want to get a mattress, Tim gave us an amazing discount. You can go to joshtrent.com/mygreenmattress. $125 off, Tim. Thank you. That's awesome. Twin or higher.
Yeah, you're welcome. And it's and for you young moms and dads and soon to be moms and dads, you're also going to save an extra $20 off our crib mattress.
The crib mattress. We do the co-sleep. So I'm curious, for parents that co-sleep or just parents that have a lot of kids on the bed, is there a specific firmness? Are the mattresses all like, is there a different level of firmness, or are they all kind of the same and then you add a topper to make it less firm or more firm?
So It depends on the person. So if you're going to co-sleep and you have a young child, you have a baby, you have to worry about something being too soft under them. You don't want them to, you don't want the mattress, you don't want their face to get down in the mattress
Yeah. You don't want it to
too
bow
low.
in.
Yeah. So you do want to sleep on something a little bit firmer if you're going to co-sleep. And one way to do that, like if you did get a mattress that's a little bit firmer than you would normally but if you want to co-sleep for the first X amount of time, you could do that. And then you can always add like a latex topper. And then it just gives you that such a plush feeling once you put the topper on the bed.
Earth Day this year is really special. I think it's on the 21st or the 20th. Somebody's going to write in the comments below, but it's like either the 20th, the 21st, the 22nd. You guys have an amazing sale, so people can get the savings. Use the code JOSH at joshtrent.com/mygreenmattress to get all your savings. I mean, this is amazing, but this is even more exciting. You're giving away a mattress to our audience, which is so cool.
We are.
So cool. Tell us about that.
We're going to give away a Queen Natural Escape, or you can choose any mattress that you want. It'd be the same dollar equivalent. And the Queen Natural Escape is basically, it's our best mattress for moms and dads. It seems to do the best job for most body types. And I love the construction of that bed. It's the certified organic wool, certified organic latex, zoned pocketed coiled spring system. So it gives a really nice lumbar support, gives really nice edge seating. It's a button tufted mattress, which I love. And not only does this mattress have certified organic materials in it, our factory is actually certified organic. I'm a mattress maker down to my shoes. Everything I do to this mattress is the best in the business. I love it. It's I think you will too, but that's what we have coming for you.
That's so awesome. You guys go to joshtrent.com/445. That's where you can enter to win the mattress. Also joshtrent.com/mygreenmattress. It'll take you right to Tim's website. There's a space for you there to get your discount. Tim, we covered a lot of ground. When I think about the oil that we're sleeping on and the allostatic load and, really, I think about how many people that have been affected by cancer or disease or autoimmune or eczema. I'm not here to paint a bleak picture, but we need to come together as a collective on these decisions. The food that we eat, the water that we drink, the conversations we hold, our belief in a higher power, the way that we come together as community, the bed that we sleep on, all these things are bricks in the wall of love and the solution that's going to make the world a better place. What do you think we missed when we talk about organic mattresses, sleeping on an organic substance that's good for your health? What ground did we not cover? What's something that maybe you haven't mentioned on an interview yet?
That is a great question. Going back to like an organic mattress, and if people are like, it's a sales pitch, it's a come on.
Everything
really
in life is sales. Jack LaLanne, you remember the fitness guy? He was like, if you love something, you sell it. I mean, you love it, dude. You said it's from your head all the way to your shoes. So I'm all about it personally.
It's you would spend money to have to get an organic banana. You would, what I mean?
Yes.
You want to feed your body something that's healthy, but your skin is your largest organ. When you're sleeping, it's soaking up all that stuff that's in a traditional mattress. I can't take it. It's like all the big companies and these mattresses that are in showrooms. And how many people are like, I never related from when I got this new mattress, I haven't felt well in a year. And they go, I finally realized the time I started feeling bad was when I got the new mattress. They get rid of that, they get an organic bed, and they say, I'm starting to feel better. It's your body doesn't have to put up the fight all night long and then fight the stuff during the day. So it's the organic mattresses, it'll pay itself off in dividends. Believe me, it's definitely worth it.
Tim, father of 5, husband, business owner, all the things that you've been creating over the past 30 plus years after the woman told you were a healer with the green aura in your hands. What do you believe from your life experience, from, sharing your gift with the world, which is educating people, giving people better health through these mattresses? What do you believe health actually is through a lens of wellness? In other words, how does Tim Masters live his life well? What does that look like? How would you define wellness, being well?
It actually came from I don't know if this has anything, how relevant it is, but years ago, a friend of mine, and he was actually a mentor of mine. He sold me the retail building that we're in now, and we just became fast friends. And he goes, he was a wealthy man. He was so educated and so successful. And he goes, we're all here to help each other. He goes, we're all each other has. And he goes, and it just resonated with me. But that's the way that I've always kind of looked at my life. Like, how can I help them? What mattress is best for them? I've never sold a mattress on price. I've never done anything because of profit. It's no, this is the best for that person. This is what they need. Whether it be, sometimes we have people pull up at our store. They drive a car that I don't even know. It's so exotic. You don't even know what it is. And they go, what's your most expensive bed? I want your best one. I go, well, our most expensive is not the best for you. I'm looking at their body type, and this is why. But they appreciate it. It's and like I say, we're all here to help each other. I don't know. I think that's kind of what makes the world go round.
Yeah. Well-being is our ability and capacity to help one another. That's what I heard from you. Am I on the right track?
Yep, you're right there.
Right. Tim, thank you for coming on the show. Tim Masters, My Green Mattress. So joshtrent.com/My Green Mattress. The code is Josh. Thank you for coming on the show, Tim. Thank you for sharing your gifts with the audience. And until we see you again, Tim, until all of us meet up again, Tim and I are both wishing you love and wellness. We'll talk to you very soon.